It does not require any education, any philosophical knowledge. Simply, if you give oral reception to this instruction of Krishna, and wherever you may be, you simply think of Krishna in this way, or this taste is Krishna, the sunshine is Krishna, the moonshine is Krishna, the vibration in the sky is Krishna, this name and fame of this gentleman is Krishna, then where is no Krishna consciousness? What is the difficulty? There is no difficulty. Simply we have to adopt, and it is very easy. Sahaja. Sahaja means it is born with you. Krishna, because he is within your heart, therefore Krishna is with you from your birth, and he is trying to divert your attention to Krishna. From inside, from outside also. So we have to take advantage of this. So there are so many symptoms, and Krishna again says, Punna Gandha Pratibhyancha Tejashyami Vibhavaso Jivanam Sarvabhutesu Tapasyasmi Tapasya. One person is undergoing severe austerities and penances for self-realization. And what is that self? That is Krishna. And that tapasya is also Krishna. Because Krishna and the means of attaining Krishna is the same. It is not that you take some means and when you attain your ultimate goal, you give up the means. No. In Krishna's affair, there is nothing giving up. That's why we are now chanting, or any devotee is chanting of Krishna's name. When he actually becomes liberated, it is not that the means, chanting means is rejected. The chanting means more and more elevated. The relic, the taste of chanting increases, but chanting goes on. That's why the devotees are worshipping Krishna here. And when he approaches directly Krishna Loka, the same business will go on. So Krishna and the means of attaining Krishna is identical. There is no difference. To chant Hare Krishna or to meet Krishna, the same thing. Simply, we have to follow and then it will be revealed. We will understand that there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's name. There is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's activities. Otherwise, what is the use of studying this Bhagavad Gita, which is taught by Krishna in the battlefield? So, the battlefield is also Krishna, because Krishna is there. In this way, wherever there is Krishna, if one realizes that Krishna is present in this way, Nirvande Krishna Sambandhe, Yukta Vairagam Uchyate. He hasn't got to give up his family or his occupation. That is Yukta Vairagam. To accept sannyas means Vairagam. But one who is constant in Krishna consciousness, that is perfect Vairagam, perfect sannyas. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojite Janati Asu Vairagam. Because as soon as he goes on thinking of Krishna, then naturally he has no more any interest of this material affair. Vairagya automatically arises. By taking sannyas, it is a formulative, a regulative principle that one has to give up his family connection, worldly connection. But one who is Krishna conscious, he is automatically attain that stage. Attain that stage of Vairagya. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojite Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chata Ahit Sahasu. In order to practice Vairagya or renounce this material world, that's why Lord Buddha taught us meditation for so many years. There are many instances that they go to the forest, to the Himalaya to meditate in order to try to escape the contamination of this material world. But if you think of Krishna, Vasudeva, if you are engaged in this devotional service, Vasudeva Bhagavati, Vasudeva is Bhagavan, is the Supreme Personality of God. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojite, Janati Asu Vairagam, immediately Vairagam, which others cannot achieve after going so much austerities in Himalaya. You can attain that Vairagya, the perfectional state, simply by thinking of Krishna in the process as it is described. So, our request to everyone is that you read Bhagavad Gita in this way. You try to understand Krishna. It does not matter where you are. Since then, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, you will be purified. And there will be Vairagya. Vairagya means unless we become detached from the attraction of this material world, we have to continue repetition of birth and death in different forms. But when you are fully apart from this material sense gratification, that I do not want any more of this material sense gratification, but I want Krishna, then you are immediately purified. Immediately. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogena jaseva. Simply you engage in the service of transcendental loving service of Krishna. By thinking in this process, you become liberated. So Krishna is giving you further references how you can think of Krishna. Just like here it is said, Punnaganda Prithibhyanja. Just like the rose flower it has got a special flavor, and as soon as you smell that flavor, you should understand this exquisite, nice flavor is Krishna. Punnaganda Pratibha, there are many other flowers. So, these flavors, they are Krishna. We have to think like that. Punnaganda Pratibhyanta, Tejaskasmi Vibhavaso. Anything dazzling, just you get a diamond, dazzling, and immediately you should remember, this dazzling is Krishna. Prabhat means Tejaskasmi Vibhavaso. Jivanam Sarvabhutesu. Anything living, beginning from the elephant to the ant, so long one is living, you should know that there is Krishna within it. Yes, Krishna says, Ishvara Sarvabhutana, Iddesha Arjuna Tishtiti. So Krishna is within the heart of the ant, Krishna is within the heart of an elephant, Krishna is within the heart of a man, within a dog, within any living entity, doesn't matter. But that does not mean dog is Krishna, that is mistake. Krishna, by his inconceivable potency, he can live within the heart of a dog. But if you misconclude that dog is Krishna, then you are misled. Krishna can live anywhere. Krishna can create his Vaikuntha anywhere. Just like, take for example, the governor, wherever he goes, immediately there is government. There is place, governor's secretary, governor's military, commander, everyone is present there. It doesn't matter whether the governor goes to the jungle or in a very nice city or anywhere. Similarly, wherever Krishna is, immediately Krishna's own atmosphere, Vaikuntha, is there. Krishna says that Naham Tishtami Vaikuntha. It is not that I am stationed or I am stranded in Vaikuntha. I can live anywhere. Tatra Tishtami Narada, Tatra Gayanti Madhubhakta. If there is a devotee, and if he is chanting the Krishna's name, Krishna's glory, Krishna is there. So you can, by your devotional power, you can see Krishna everywhere. And Krishna says, that is all pervasive. nature of Krishna. Krishna is not that. Krishna is sitting here only, but Krishna is everywhere. Just like electricity is everywhere. Simply one has to know how to capture that electricity. Similarly, Krishna says that I am here, I am here, I am here. You have to capture Krishna. Jivanam sarvabhutesu tapasyasmi tapasyasi. Bijamam sarvabhutana vidhi patha sanatanam. Bijam. You can understand, Bijam. Bijam is the seed. Just like take the seed of a banyan tree. You have seen the fruits of banyan tree. Very small seed. But that seed contains another banyan. If it is given chance to fructify, that seed will develop into very big banyan tree. And from that banyan tree, you will have many, many millions of figs. And in each fig there are many, many millions of seeds. The Krishna seed is like that. Krishna is the original seed. And from that seed, so many things have developed. Bijam mang sarvabhutana. Bijam mang sarvabhutana. Vidhi pata sanatanam. And that bija is sanatan eternal. It is not annihilated. That's why we are Krishna's part and parcel. We are living entities. And Krishna is the original being. We are part and parcel of the being. Therefore Krishna is the original being. Bijam sarvabhutana. Sanatanam, eternal. Krishna is eternal, we are also eternal. Buddhi buddhimatamasmi tejas tejas namaham. The intelligence, you find very intelligent man, very good scientist, very good workman. As soon as you see extraordinary intelligence, every intelligence is Krishna. Especially when you find somebody is extraordinarily intelligent, you should know this intelligence is Krishna. So what is the difficulty of understanding Krishna? Krishna is saying in the 15th chapter, Sarvasya chaham vidishan nivishta matta smriti jnanam apohanam. One man is very intelligent and one man is very dull. So this dullness is also Krishna. Krishna says in another sentence. Why a man becomes dull and why a man becomes intelligent? It is Krishna's manipulation. He says, Matta smriti jnanam apohanam. So, Krishna can be seen, Krishna can be understood in this way. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam. Strength, kamaraga vivarjitam. Strength should be used, just like Arjuna. Arjuna was very strong, a strong fighter. That strength is Krishna. Why it is Krishna? Because Arjuna had no idea of sense gratification. He was in the beginning, he was trying to satisfy his senses. My dear Krishna, they are my brother, there is my grandfather, I shall not fight. That is sense gratification. But as soon as he fought under the direction of Krishna, as Krishna said, then what is your now conclusion? I have said everything to you. And Arjuna said, agreed, yes, Kurise Vatanam Prabhu. Now I shall fight. My illusion is now over. This is Kamaraga Vivarjita. There is no question of sense gratification. If you have some strength, if you don't use for your sense gratification, but if you use for Krishna's service, then you can realize it. Kamaraga Vivarjita. Dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamasmi bharatarsava. Dharma viruddha. Just like sex intercourse. Sex intercourse is lusty. But when you beget a child, even you are lusty, if you beget a child, according to the Shastra, dharma aviruddha, You cannot enjoy your wife for sense gratification. You can enjoy or you can use your wife only for begetting children. In our society, this restriction is there. We don't allow illicit sex life. Simply one can have in marital life sex, and that is also for begetting children, not for any other purpose. The Krishna says here that dharma avariddha bhuteshu kavasmi bharatasmi. That kind of lusty transaction between husband and wife, I am. Krishna says. So, it is not that Krishna conscious people are forbidden from sex life, but their sex life is for serving Krishna, to produce Krishna conscious children, not cats and dogs. That is Krishna. That sexual intercourse is Krishna. Here Krishna says. So we have to follow in this way, in every step of our life, how we can realize Krishna, then our life becomes sublime. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, we're reading from Bombay is My Office by His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. A melodious kirtan began. Devotees on stage became enthusiastically absorbed in chanting and swaying to rhythms of kartals and mridangas. The tempo increased. Devotees began jumping and enticing the audience to join in. Madhu Dvisa was leading the kirtan. Yamuna, an American, wore a green sari this night. With closed eyes, she absorbed her mind in chanting and dancing, oblivious to the sea of people watching her. When Srila Prabhupada's disciples sang, their strong voices expressed their inner love for him. I was mesmerized to see perspiration dripping from their shiny faces, and also sweet sweat dampening their clothes because of dancing. These Westerners fully surrendered to the inspiration, enthusiasm, and spiritual emotions that kirtan brought. The huge audience was captivated and enthused. Their faces spontaneously displayed wide smiles of appreciation. I felt that there was no better place to be, and that this is where I always wanted to remain. The series of Srila Prabhupada's discourses targeted the dormant souls of the Indian spectators, who generally carried on with their daily life, content with their values, knowledge, and religious practice. Giriraj Swami recalls. Emphasizing the following of religious principles, Prabhupada was forcefully preaching to the people. He knew that those people were Hindus, but not following all our principles. Some surrendered to demigods. Srila Prabhupada was speaking so powerfully that I knew it would be hard for many in the audience to accept what he said. However, Prabhupada also talked about ways that Krishna consciousness could be easily included in people's lives. He explained the necessity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement by masterfully discussing spiritual philosophy and its practical applications. He told the audience, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted all over the world, in as many villages and towns as there are, this Sankirtan movement will be spread. That is the responsibility he gave to the human society of Bharatvarsha, India. We followers of Lord Chaitanya see that there are two kinds of uses for everything. This microphone is being used to spread Krishna consciousness, and the same microphone can be used to sing a cinema song. So the microphone is not bad, but as you use it for different purposes, it is good or it is bad. The Krishna consciousness movement tries to Krishnaize everything and use it favorably. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, we recommend eating Krishna Prasad. You satisfy your tongue, do not starve, but satisfy your tongue with the foodstuff offered to Krishna. Prabhupada told the people that one purpose of the festival is to engage his young disciples in Krishna consciousness service 24 hours a day. For Krishna states that uninterrupted devotional service is equivalent to Brahman realization. And Prabhupada added that these boys and girls went out to secure advertisements, which may seem equal to another person securing advertisements, but the big difference is that the devotees went out for Krishna. while the other person went out for personal interests. Srila Prabhupada would always welcome questions, especially from reporters. When one reporter asked what the purpose of the festival is, he responded, "The purpose of this festival is to induce you to chant this holy name, the Hare Krishna mantra. That's all." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody, and welcome to another session where we are going to be reliving the memories of Cross Maidan Festival in 1971, exactly 50 years this week. So from 25th of March to the 4th of April, this festival was going on, which attracted thousands and thousands of people. But it was a very, very special time for many people, but especially for our dear Bhagavan Prabhu, who's here right now, who is Srila Prabhupada disciple. He met, if I'm correct, in 1971 in Mumbai. In February, you came in touch with the Hare Krishnas. And then in March, that same year, in March, he got initiated. But not just that, he also got married. And the same festival. So think about festivals. This is like 3 festivals in one. Not just a festival, but it's a Maha festival for you. It sounds like Bhagavan Prabhu. So really love to hear about how it was and what was going through at that time. And of course you're with Srila Prabhupada and all the other thousands and thousands of people. So how are you first? How are you in Sweden right now?
I'm fine. I've had a bit of a rough 3, 4, 5 months health-wise, but I'm fine now, yes. Thank you.
No, and talking of now Mumbai, of course some of us were not there. We can only see videos, but maybe how grand was that festival from your eyes when you saw that pandal and you saw those people? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, we worked, as you said, I joined somewhere end of in January after having been in contact with the movement in Australia. But so from mid to the end of January, we worked really hard to get this pandal going. And I worked with Shyama Sundar Prabhu to go around shopping for everything that's needed, the coal for the kitchens, and because I had been in India before, I knew a little bit about the division of labor in the markets. So I knew where the stainless steel things were, and like that. So I was a bit of an errand boy first, sent out to buy things. So we worked really hard to get the things together and get Prabhupada's room together in the Akashganga building. So when the festival came, it was like, I was in awe, there's so many people, 10, 15, 20,000 came. And Prabhupada used to give the lecture in the morning in Hindi and in the evening in English. And it was just amazing. I got totally absorbed in it, and you kind of forget about time. You just do the things that had to be done and try and catch as much of a glimpse of Prabhupada as possible. But working in the pandal was fantastic. So many people, so many questions, so much to do, the deities, everything.
Wow. And
the colors and the incense, everything. Fantastic.
That sounds so. It's like even today, to today's standards, to get 15,000-20,000 people together is a tall order. Here, back in the 70s, this was getting achieved which sounds like phenomenal.
Yeah. It was a big campaign with posters all over Bombay and advertisement in newspapers and magazines, especially printed with this, which were distributed. So it was a big endeavor.
It's amazing. Like in today's society, we have social media, we have all these different ways, but here it was like proper old school. We had to do it.
Yeah.
So that just on its own is such a big feat. But for yourself, you got initiated and you got married, like I was mentioning, to Her Grace Padmavati Mataji at the time. And I remember when we were reading through this, I was like thinking, my God, this is phenomenal. So can you take us through, because this happened, was it a few days into the Cross Medan festival that the initiation and marriage happened? What day it was and how did it all come about?
Well, it was a few days in, 29th. And how it came about, well, one evening, I went into Srila Prabhupada's room in the Akash Ganga building, which was the temple, and asked him for initiation. I asked, I think Gurudas, should I dare go and ask him. I mean, I just joined. And I think it was Gurudas, I'm not sure. He told me, yeah, go ahead. So I went in and spoke to Srila Prabhupada and asked him for initiation. And he said, and then he said yes. And then I said, I have my girlfriend with me. Can she also be initiated? He said yes. And he came up with the idea of the marriage.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a very attractive thing, of course, on the stage with the deities and all the devotees. So it was his idea.
Wow, divine intervention.
Divine intervention, for sure. Yeah.
So how was that now? So suddenly that idea has been coming about, it's happening, and now the days come. And was the initiations that happened first and then marriage, or?
Yes. Yeah, and of course there were other devotees also being initiated. Mahamsa, they were quite Shudi, quite a few other people, devotees were initiated. And strangely enough, maybe in Indian eyes, it was sannyasi Prabhupada didn't do that himself. He didn't do the ceremony. Subal Maharaj did the ceremony. Yeah.
And on that, day itself, what was going through your mind with all of this happening? Two big milestones happening, one after the other.
I was happy. I was really happy. A dream come true. Really happy, and kind of in a bubble, actually. In a bubble of happiness, sitting there in front of Srila Prabhupada. And when we got initiated, when I got initiated, then Prabhupada, he addressed the crowd and said, well, this is a truly international society. Here's a boy from Sweden getting married to a girl from Australia here in India. Classic words. And then he said to me, so Bhagavan Prabhu, where would you like to go? Sweden or Australia? And I was taken aback. So I didn't know what to say. I said, I just said, wherever you want me to go, Prabhupada. And so he said, go back to Australia.
Wow. So, and then for yourself, after the festival, the festivities went on till the 4th. So you've got married now, initiated. So what happened after that ceremonies now happened? Was it back to normal in terms of all the services that you were doing, or how was that transition?
Well, I knew Prabhupada also got invited to Australia by the temple president there, and he wanted to go, and he needed someone to help him on the way, and because I was going to go anyway, I was asked to go to accompany him as his servant traveling. So it took a little while the arrangements were made. So I went on with my services. I went with Giriraj Brahmachari then to make life members and learn a little bit about that. I went with Shyamasundar Prabhu also to arrange whatever had to be arranged after the pandal. It was really a good time of learning for me.
It just sounds like what was the realizations now that was going through your mind? Because especially now marriages happen, initiations happen, you're associating with a pure devotee and the other devotees as well. So any realizations that you were having at the time that you could recall about this?
My main realization was I'm home. This is my home, and Krishna consciousness as such. What can you say? It's very hard to argue against it. So all these questions of, is it valid? Is it not valid? Is my experience true? Or they just weren't there. I was in a like I said, a bubble of bliss, and Prabhupada was there, and every day we used to go, listen to him sing and play the harmonium in his room, and couldn't be better.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice. Very nice days. Hectic, stressful, a lot of devotees and a lot of tension, to make things happen. And Srila Prabhupada was here, and yeah.
Well, thank you for this little snippet of what we're talking about, because of course we're going to be having the live interactive session happening on the 4th with your dear God brothers and yourself who will be joining, and hopefully we can delve more into it and the interactions between yourselves. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be an honor for myself just to be there and speak to all of you on this.
I'm looking forward to that too, meeting all my God brothers and God sisters. It's been a long time.
It's been a long 50 years ago, everybody. This week Vegavan Prabhu actually got initiated and married, and it's just so nice and an honor for me personally to speak to him again about this. And please do tune in on the 4th of April, but not just on the 4th. We are having every single day memories are coming out, so 6 p.m. IST every day. Please tune in, and on the final day, which will be 7 p.m. IST, we will have the Mahasangha with all of them and talking about those great days, which was the Cross Maidan Festival in Mumbai in 1971. So thank you very much, Vegavan Prabhu, for your association.
Thank you.
Look forward to speaking to you on the 4th. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The grand finale is here, reliving the Hare Krishna festival at Cross Maidan, Bombay. It's going to be on Sunday, the 4th of April at 7 p.m. IST, and it's going to be live. We will have Lokanath Swami, Radhanath Swami, Giriraj Swami, Vegavan Prabhu, Mother Padmavati, Yadubara Prabhu, Mother Vishaka, where we'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Lokanath Swami and Radhanath Swami first meeting with Srila Prabhupada in association with senior Prabhupada disciples present in the 1971 festival. This will be live on Lokanath Swami official YouTube, Facebook and Mayapur TV pages. Be there, be present, and we look forward to seeing you. Hare Krishna!